Yeah, Free Socks.
What's up, everyone? Free Socks, the podcast. I'm your main man, Blackbeard.
And I am your main man, Jolly Roger, Salty Dog, King of the Sea. You know, I got that game Sea of Thieves, and I've just been plundering booty ever since, my man.
Yeah, it's a good time, everybody. Good time. Welcome back to the Free Socks podcast. Coming off a great episode with Waterfronts, the band. Well, not a great quality episode, but very, very happy to have them on the podcast.
It was a cool time, but also the sound was not very good.
Yeah, it was technical difficulties, and then we're not very good at interviewing people. But
yeah, we did a bad job with them.
Great honor to have them on. So thanks to them.
We probably biffed it. I don't know if they want to come back. I want them to come back.
Daryl, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, great episode last week. Great episode, and now we're back to your regularly scheduled programming, just the Free Socks podcast as it is. Probably going to announce the winner of August Socks on this episode, so stay tuned for that. And
do we have a song of the week?
Let's just jump in. Of course, we have a song of the week, Daryl. We'll talk about that later during our music segment. We'll talk about it later.
You're absolutely right. Let's get into these current event segments. So right now, Twitter is abuzz, ablaze, aflame with the hottest goss about shamed comedian, disgraced comedian, Louis C. K. And it's all because Louis C.K. is kind of a gross, dirty, gross pervert boy. He was disgraced and sort of ostracized from the comedic community for jacking off in front of ladies during what they thought were business meetings. And he would do this to completion right in front of them, and they would, sometimes 2 or 3 women, and they were just stuck there, unable to leave. And it was pretty fucking jarring to find this out about Louis C.K.
Man,
it's a guy from Secret Life of Pets.
Talk about unprofessional.
Makes all his characters in all his movies very unsympathetic because I can't relate, because all I can picture is him just going, oh. Like he's just a gross man.
Let's not do that.
He's just a gross man. It's gross. So basically, he did all that, and people were like, okay, we're done with you. You're canceled. But recently, I think last week or yesterday, he appeared unannounced on an open mic in his hometown or whatever, I think in Chicago, and he did stand-up for an hour, and people were more receptive to it than other people think they should have been. All the girls in the audience were like, gross, terrible, not funny. And all the dudes were like, this is it, the pinnacle of comedy. I've missed this so much. He's so back again, like he never left. And people are saying he should have apologized because they don't think he apologized. They don't think he didn't address what he did in his thing. He didn't try to grow and move on. So people are arguing that he's just trying to move on like it never happened. And other people are saying, well, he didn't get to make a movie for 6 months, so that's fair.
What's your
what's your take on this hot goss, Aaron?
Well, I haven't heard much about this whole situation, Daryl, but
that's right. You're not on Twitter much.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm just on the Free Socks Twitter at the Free Socks. Everybody, if you ever want a good
Aaron's
time
the one
on Twitter.
operating it, so if someone ever tweets
I'm not the one operating. Daryl says I'm the one operating it. Then he tweets a bunch of dumb shit on it, so people think I'm tweeting weird stuff. Yeah, no, I am not the one. I try to send. You could probably tell which tweets are mine and which ones are Daryl's. Mine are the ones that they're like business type, real well composed, just normal. Check out our episode on Friday. Daryl's like, man, everybody's so horny because this and that tweet. But anyway, we're talking about Louis C.K.
Yeah.
It's an interesting situation. Yeah.
Also television show Louis. He's the dog in Secret Life of Pets.
Oh, I didn't know that. Anytime it's animated, it's hard to tell who's voicing it. But anyway.
He's also on Parks and Rec as Dave, Leslie's
I don't like that style television show, but that's a different argument there.
Buck
anyway,
Wild.
This guy is Buck Wild. You know why? Because he just did that weird stuff, and he didn't apologize for it, and people are upset. That's just what people do, I guess. I don't know. I guess they have a right to be upset. But, yeah, he should probably apologize about it. But also, people should forgive him. So, I don't know. Louis C.K. apologize, and then you could be forgiven, and then we'll be over it. Yeah. And that's it for today's episode. We'll check you out next week. See you. No, I'm kidding.
That's not it for today's episode. Okay, we're going to do a recurring segment because there's another development in James Gunn Guardians Watch. The Guardians of the Galaxy is put on indefinite hold. Like, all production has been halted for the movie because the actors don't know how to fucking act. Off set, off screen. The actors, obviously upset with the firing of James Gunn, have decided to write an open letter to the executives over at Disney stating, "We might not do the next movie if James isn't involved in some way." And Disney has responded with, "3 of you are very replaceable and should not have signed this. And the ones who aren't replaceable are very much under contract. This movie's on halt until you know how to act." So they might just cancel it. They might recast some of the people that you like. I hope they don't recast Groot, because who could say I am Groot with the level of dedication and effort that Vin Diesel brings to this role?
Yeah, that's a tough role. That's a very difficult role.
Every I am
God
Groot means
forbid.
something distant. He actually translates it himself. So he gives Groot all his real lines, so he knows what Groot's actually saying in his head. And then he just says what he means to say as I am Groot. That's
Wow.
method. That's a method actor. Chronicles of
That's
Riddick,
insane.
Fast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and probably 10, where he becomes a villain, even though he said it was about family, and now it's not anymore. But Vin Diesel deserves an Emmy for his performances in all those movies. Anyway,
that's the wrong word there,
Guardians
but yeah.
is... It's not looking too good for that movie, that franchise. Even though
Yeah,
any
it's a
old
bummer.
idiot can
Those are
direct
pretty
those
good
movies now.
movies. I'm pretty over it though. Like I think it's like kind of run its course, but it's I don't know. It's a bummer that that movie's not being made, but at the same time, I can live without a third one of those movies.
So, Aaron, have you heard of this song, "Bitch, I'm a Cow"?
No,
You haven't seen the memes for or heard the song at all?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, basically, there's this artist named Doja Cat, and she made this really catchy tune called "Bitch, I'm a Cow." And it's like her dressed up at, like, the music videos what made the song so popular. It's because she's just dressed up as a cow doing goofy stuff, dancing or whatever. Like, moo, just singing about being a cow. That's real funny.
That's weird.
And so she's lately landed herself into some hot water because she had some problematic Instagram posts in the past or whatever, and she said the F word, the gay slur F word, and people were like, "Wow, I can't believe she's homophobic." She's like, "This is from like 2013, guys. I'm sure we've all said it a bunch in the past. I probably said it like so many times." The problem with her apology is that she said the F word in it a few times. She's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I said it. I say it all the time. It's no like I don't mean it. I don't mean it. And I didn't mean to hurt anybody by saying it. I probably won't say it anymore." And they're like, "This is a terrible apology. This is a really, really bad job you did of apologizing. You're canceled." And so now she's got to try and figure out how to uncancel herself for saying all these slurs in a very public forum.
Yikes! How do you feel about that, Daryl?
I feel if you go back onto my Twitter page a few years back, you're not going to find anything you like. You're not going to find anything where I come out smelling like a rose. So don't ever bring that up to me. Ever. But if you do bring it up to me, I'll probably just delete it and act like I never even tweeted it. Will not
Yikes, but
address
that's
it.
a problem, Daryl, because for
kidding.
famous people,
No, I'm
'cause,
kidding.
people
No.
have proof that they said that.
Yeah, no. What I mean is, like, if I said something 5 years ago, and I've obviously grown as a person in such a way to where, like, you don't think I would actually do or say those things again, if I didn't hurt anyone back then, don't bother me with it.
Okay,
Like,
but
unless
that's
I
the
was, like-
exact James Gunn situation, Daryl. That's exactly his situation.
Yeah, but his thing wasn't funny. I was being funny.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah,
I'm
sure.
Like, here's the
Daryl,
thing.
yeah,
Like, my take
okay,
on
bro.
offensive humor is, like, you have to be kind of funny. His whole thing was edgy. It wasn't even funny. It was just sort of like, "I have sex with the boys." It's like, well, that wasn't a joke, James Gunn. That's just something weird you said, and we're supposed to try and laugh at it. You know? It's like,
Well, I
you
don't
have
know.
to
To
be
some group of people,
smart
it's
about
funny. I mean, there's a fine line between edgy and funny, Daryl. Like,
Yeah, but
most of stand-up, just like it rides more on the edgy than the funny.
I think when it's new people, once you start getting good at it, then it's just funny.
Yeah,
But with
maybe,
him,
I
it
don't
was
know.
like he was riding the line for edgy rather than funny. Like he was like, "I'm gonna shock people and show them how cool I don't and how much I don't care." It's like, oh no, I care about this thing you said. Wah. Like I don't give a shit about what he said. It was just sort of like I don't think he should have got fired, but I don't care because I'm not getting anything out of the Gardens movie. But for me, it's like I'm not gonna lose my job or money because of anything I tweeted. Also, I don't think you should get in trouble for a tweet you said as a high schooler, but he was 40. They've said, like, he was an adult, grown-ass man being like, I'm edgy. I was 15.
Sure, Daryl. Sure, that's fine.
There's a difference. There's
We'll
like a
see.
stark
We'll see
difference.
when you're trying to direct your third blockbuster film, how that pans out for you, Daryl. We'll see. Stay tuned, everybody.
I think when we go on tour, someone's going to come out and be like, here's a thread on why Daryl's very problematic. And they're going to, like, pull out some tweets, and I'll be like, yeah, those were funny at the time, I'm not sorry.
Yikes. That's a hot take, ladies and gentlemen.
I have a different viewpoint from me. Anyway, it's no big deal, because I deleted all of them anyway. It's fine.
Hopefully.
Okay, so Aaron, we've been playing a lot of Sea of Thieves lately, and that game got real spooky, didn't it? The last time we
one
played it?
particular segment of it got spooky. It was wild. We almost got killed by a giant monster shark.
I think we did. I think
Actually,
we
no, we did get killed by the giant monster shark. It was really fun. Yeah, Sea of Thieves, that's a video game some people play. It doesn't have a lot of longevity to it. Like, you can't just play it for, like weeks on weeks. For,
you
like,
can
several
only play it with
days,
friends. You can only play it
yeah,
with friends.
only with
and in
friends,
short
never
bursts.
solo. Yeah, but in small digestible doses. Sorry, I can't speak.
It's all good, man. So, Aaron, you want to crack open some of these questions that our boy T Money sent us?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were about to talk about video games, Daryl, but we...
Let's talk about them some more. Like, what's another game you're hoping... We've talked about all the games that are coming up.
Yeah, true.
I think.
Let's talk about this whole situation, Daryl. It's pretty wild. How do you feel about this whole thing, how, like, these video games are finished, they're completed, but we still have to wait until, like, the date that's on paper for them to come out. Why can't they just come out now, you know?
Because they're mailing them to the places.
Well, yeah, sure, Daryl, but the video game's finished. Like, they could give it to us now, but they don't, just because corporate America.
Yeah.
Isn't that a bummer?
I mean, it's a little bit of a bummer, but they also have, like, a set release date, so in case anything fucks up, they can be like, oh, the game's done way before this, so we don't have to fix or remake the game. Like, if you have a game that has a bunch of issues at launch, it's like, well, damn, like No Man's Sky, right?
Yeah.
They released that game too early because it was supposed to have like a fully operational multiplayer and all this cool stuff at launch, but Sony was like, do it now, and that fucked up the game for like a whole year, and they had to like rework the whole game to make it playable for people. So I think it just gives them more time to like make the game. I've tweeted Insomniac about it too, and they were like, we need time to finish the game and make sure we don't mess it up.
They replied to you?
They replied to me.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah, no, it's
Shout
a really
out
cool company.
Insomniac.
Like, I trust the fuck out of them. They did Ratchet and Clank and all the Spyro games.
Love Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, so they're a pretty solid company, and they're like, they're ripping stuff straight from the comics. Like, they show you how in depth they went with this game.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that YouTube video. They literally took frames from the comics and, like, put it
Acted
in
them
their
out,
action
yeah.
sequences. Yeah, that's awesome. Good for them, dude.
Yeah,
Very
they're like
exciting
a really
stuff.
good company. What else is going on with in the world of video games, Aaron?
We could talk
I mean,
about the Xbox All Access thing. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that was one thing I did want to talk about. Yeah, so you can just lease an Xbox One X or an Xbox One or whatever for, what was it?
$35 a month for 2 years for an Xbox One X, or $22 a month for an Xbox One S.
And that
For
comes
2
with
years.
that comes with Xbox Game Pass, Xbox Live Gold, and all the accessories you need to play solo on Xbox One.
Well, I think it just comes with what's in the box for the Xbox. So one controller and, like, the Xbox.
Yeah, I know, like to play solo. So like a controller and probably a headset.
Well, everything that comes in box.
Yeah, but
Nothing
doesn't it
extra.
give you Xbox Game Pass and
Well,
Xbox
Game
Live?
Pass and Xbox Live, but no, like, headset or anything. I don't know. I just don't want
That's
people to
like-
think you're getting any extras. It's just the console